Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it is September 23rd, 2025. Just got on Elon, the excavator here, dumping a little water out of the bucket. We got a little rain yesterday and this morning. Not a lot, but some. And actually I gotta remember where my controls are here. I think that I've set it there. Nope. Let's do it. Is it this way? Nope. See if that just did it that time. Yep. So I want to come forward and drag it back a little bit. Okay. All right, come on. So that's the quick coupler that you hear, that beeping sound. And I only do this like every couple of years, seems like. Okay, let's go ahead and, come on, baby. Yep, well, that didn't work so well. Come on. Come on, lock. There we go. All right, we'll try this again. So that's in the lock position that it's in right now. Let's see, did I lock it in this time, or are we going to drop it? Boy, it isn't locked in. There she goes. Okay, I think we're locked in now. That feels locked in. Yep. Well, the learning curve. All over again. So one of the things I want to do right now is, since we got a little bit of rain yesterday and a little bit of rain today, and we've had such a terrible drought this year, this summer, I want to go ahead and turn some of this compost, leaf mold, soil pile. Is started off as all leaf mold, then we add compost to it throughout the season. Excuse me. And but one of the things is I also added some soil from the sweet potato bed, and I guess what I want to say is that I want to try and get more moisture down into the pile, because we didn't get enough rain to do as much good as I want to do with moisture for this pile. I didn't pick up rocks. I usually go around the base of the piles here and pick up rocks and all, and I did not do that this time. And I'm not going to move the pile very far today, so it's not going to be a complete turning. All right, let's see what we can do here now. Of course, this bucket's nice and wet now, so you can see some of that drier soil there. Okay, so after when I ended yesterday's video, I talked a bit about, yeah, see, it's so dry inside, deep down inside of this pile. And I talked about, yeah, I think I'll only do a partial turning. I'll probably leave this in 2 separate piles today is what I'm thinking. Well, there's more moisture in that than I thought there would be. Push some of this over there. So, what was I going to say? So yesterday we had what was supposed to be the final delivery of the building materials from Home Depot. And I've had so many difficulties dealing with the Home Depot communications system there. And from what I understand, 2 key people were on vacation this last week, which really made it challenging for the people who ended up making sure that the load got to me. Well, they just weren't completely ready for it and all. So yesterday, now Trayvon is the driver who came yesterday, who's fantastic. He really takes pride in his work, which is, you know, one of those things I really applaud. Used to be a greater percentage of workers took a lot of pride in their work. And it seems like that's less common this day and age. But Trayvon did a great job helping me get the materials up off the ground, putting them on pallets and all that. There's one pallet that didn't work out the way that he had hoped it would be, and he felt bad about it. Which, you know, he prides himself on the work that he does. Just getting alerts from Thea's Model Y telling me the trunk is open. She's going to the transfer station. So I'm trying to, one of the things I'm doing here is as I'm doing this, I'm trying to mix more moist stuff with things that aren't necessarily moist. But this will end up being fantastic soil, as it has been all along. But anyways, what was I saying? So yesterday after the delivery, I got on the phone. Well, first thing we came out here and I worked with, is it Justin from Blazy's? My God, I'm so bad with names. He came out to look at the Ola articulated loader that's behind me, and we have it back here because of the delivery coming and all. And so we came out, we checked it out. The horn doesn't work, and it blew the fuse for the horn. And he'll probably just order another one and mail it to me. It's a real simple fix to plug that in, you know, to just one bolt holding it on and just 2 connectors. And so he came and we looked over the equipment. Everything went pretty well with that. I really do like that lift. I'll have to get comfortable with it, but it looks really, really promising. Yeah, I'm liking the way the soil is looking. If you saw when I was taking the stuff from the sweet potato bed, man, was that ever dry, powdery. It just was, you know, one of those ones that just plugs up your air filter. So anyways, after, I'm going to say Justin, this is terrible, I can't remember his name. After he left, I went ahead and started doing counting of all the building materials that were delivered. You know, the 2x6s, the 2x4s, you know, the 8-footers, 12-footers, 16-footers, and so on and so forth, and the ice and water shield, all of those things, and so I got the whole list of everything that was there, and got some sod right there. Going to make sure that gets covered up really well. So after doing the whole inventory, I went ahead and called Home Depot, and of course this is their weakness, Home Depot's. It's the communications over the phone. So I spoke with one person. I gave him the order number, told him we're short 2 items, and she was able to bring up the order number. And then I said, you know, would you like the SKU? That's the way that companies like this can track what individual, you know, if it's 2x4x8s, it has a very specific SKU. If it's a 2x6x8, well, it has a different SKU. So it's a unique identification number for the products that they're selling. And so I gave her the SKU a couple of times, and she didn't understand the difference between an order and a SKU, individual items. And I said, geez, can you transfer me to someone else? Is there anyone else there who can help me? And I spoke with a nice young lady. I gave her all the information, said we're short 24 of the 23, 23rd, 32nds, 4x8 plywood, or 5/8" plywood. And we're short just the 3.5" seal that the bottom plate attaches to between the concrete and the 2x4 that's there. I got all the ones for the 2x6 and all. Gave her all the information. She said she needed to run it by her supervisor. I said, geez, I need these building materials. And she said, I'll call you back after I find out what the supervisor wants to do. And I said, okay, sounds good. I said, if there's a problem, just have the supervisor call me. Never heard anything back. So this morning at 8 o'clock, I called in, and I said, geez, I need to speak with a supervisor from the shipping department. Who's ever in charge of shipping the building materials out, you know, I need to speak with a supervisor for them. And she said, okay. And the next person I spoke with, he had a real hard time with English, and and I had a hard time understanding him. I said, I need the supervisor for shipping. I had to say it like half a dozen times, and he said, oh, just a minute. And he went ahead and he kept the phone live. He didn't put me on hold, which was good. And he got me to another person, and I said, geez, I need to speak with the supervisor from the shipping department. I have a shipment that's short, and I need to have the components that were missing from the order, you know, shipped to me. I need to speak with a supervisor. And he spoke broken English, but he understood. And then he got me with, and I think his name's John. And I said, are you a supervisor? He says, no, I'm the manager. So I said, oh, thank goodness. So I said, geez, can I give you my order number? I'm short 2 items in my shipment. And he said, yep. He wrote it down. He pulled it up. I mean, this went so well. When I got to speak with a manager, it's just amazing. He was just very responsible, very knowledgeable about pulling the information up on the computer system, which all the staff should be able to do. I gave him the SKUs, and then he picked it up, and he saw all the calls that I had made in. He goes, wow, I can see all the notes here. He said, geez, I'm real sorry you've gone through all this. This should not happen. And I explained, I told him, I said, you know, Angel, who I ordered the materials from for the Pro Desk, very professional, very good, was able to create an order for me, set the time for delivery and all that. Everything went very well with Angel. Trevon, the driver who's delivered twice to our site, very professional, very courteous and all. But I said, man, your app, you know, and your phone system, people make promises. They say, well, it'll be between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. And then on the app, it'll say, oh, somewhere between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. And I said, you know, this just doesn't work. I mean, for me, it's not too bad of a situation because I don't have the workers here right now. But, you know, if I were running as a contractor, had employees there, man, we need those materials and we need people to respond and to follow through. And he absolutely understood. He apologized. And he said, I'm going to go ahead and I'll have one of my supervisors call you back shortly with a time, with a day, and that these materials are coming. I got to say, it was like only maybe 15 minutes at most. The phone rings. It's Home Depot. I get a very articulate person who he had obviously communicated with well. They already created the replacement order for the materials that were missing. And yeah, I mean, it just completely restored, you know, I had really been very frustrated, but that really made a huge difference. And, you know, Thea was in the other room when it was going on. She said, when the one guy answered, he says, boy, that doesn't sound too good because, you know, he didn't understand what I was saying and all, and it wasn't looking promising in the beginning. But it all ended up working well once I got a manager involved, and then the supervisor made sure, okay, we can't get the supplies out to you today. Are you okay with getting it to you tomorrow? And I said, yeah, that'll be fine. And I said, let's go over what the list is. And I said, geez, we need 24 of the 23 30-seconds 4x8 sheets of plywood, and I need one roll of the. It's like an insulation. It's a little barrier below the bottom plate of the wall that you build over the foundation. And she said, yep, that's what I got. I said, okay, that sounds great. So it looks like we're going to get the rest of the materials tomorrow, which really sounds good to me. I just feel much more confident after speaking to a manager and a supervisor now. So yeah, this pile is actually looking pretty good. You can see all the sod and the weeds are all breaking down, and this has been a relatively short period of time. I'm just going to pull up ahead a little bit more. So, yeah, real happy that I'm going to get the rest of the building materials. I mean, they aren't organized the way that I'd love them to be, but I don't know when the trusses are coming, and the trusses don't come from Home Depot, but they're coming from the Amish people, R&E trusses, and hopefully that will go smoothly. I wanted to get and separate some of the building materials out so I could start getting the bottom plates all set, the 2x6s that will go on top of the concrete blocks that have all the anchor bolts around the sides. Because once you have the one done, because it's a double bottom plate, my design. A pressure treated lower bottom plate and a spruce fir upper bottom plate. I'll come back later with the Hulk and and smooth this all out eventually. Right now I just thought I'd get the bulk of this pile over, and geez, I guess this is going pretty well. So this morning I went ahead and went over to the second floor of the workshop that's still there. We can call it an office. Thea's starting to call it an apartment because I'll probably turn that into an apartment as well. And not to rent out to anyone, but for a family. As we get old, if we need someone to move in and take care of us, we'll have a nice apartment there to go into. And so I went up there today, and I've got my gym set up there. And I'd gotten some things picked up and cleaned up, but there really are, the gym set has to be moved. So I went ahead, hooked a winch to the floor, used some of my 5-inch screws, and got the winch hooked up there and drag it over a ways. So I was real happy that worked out. I do miss getting out and doing some of the bigger earthworks and all. So got the gym set moved over to the side. This year I realized how weak I've gotten over these last couple of years. And so I really want to get things set. The way things are going, it's not going to get set for, things aren't going to be set to the point where I can feel comfortable using the gym up there this winter. But I look forward to getting that upstairs done so I can at least feel comfortable in the winter months working out some. Because during the summertime I can get a lot done. And I can get the exercise for the most part that I need to get. But during those winter months, yes, I shovel snow and all, but I'm not getting a good workout. And I really want to get a good workout. Plastic in there. Yeah, this is going to be real nice, this soil is. And I'll have to move it again because the leaves are falling like crazy right now. And so probably in a little over a month, hopefully I'll get the leaves from the town, which will start another big pile and make some more beautiful soil. And I'll use this to inoculate it initially. So things are breaking down, but there's no heat to this. I love good soil. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. And I absolutely love the idea of being able to turn weeds into beautiful soil too. And leaves make such a wonderful soil amendment. And then the life that actually occupy the soil. It's wonderful. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. It isn't, I mean, there's little dry spots as you can see there, but this isn't bad at all. There's some dryness right in here as I speak. And there's some rocks in there. So we have some sod clumps, but no leaf clumps. By dumping it, by using the excavator like this, one of the things that's beneficial is so many of the clumps or rocks will roll right down the hill, and it's much easier to pick them up. Like I didn't do today, I should have, but I wanted to get this done before we get any more rain today, and hopefully we will get some more rain. It's nice when the soil just breaks up so nicely like this. Yeah, I got quite a few rocks in here. One of the things I've got to do is see if I can get the chainsaws operational, because I need to get some firewood cut up soon. Kind of a big important thing to do. Dang, got a little too deep there. that's good. I think what I'll do is go park Elon, grab the Hulk, and finish piling up this pile here. It's a nice, a pretty good sized pile. I have my doubts that we're going to be able to get our garlic and shallots in this winter, which means we'll have to start all over again. It's just one of those things that's so frustrating because the central garden is where we need to put them, and the central garden is of no function right now with, well, we don't have the BCS tractor working to do any of the work there, and we're going to have the construction right next to it. And if it goes pretty quickly, maybe we can get it in, but you know, things really have to move quickly to be able to get at least part of the garden in. And considering how many delays there's been so far, I'm not going to set myself up with optimism to get everything done that I really want to get done. Come on. Order this down some. Well, I probably should come over here a little bit further. It'd be nice for me to trim all these lower limbs down here now. Got to get in here far enough so that, oh jeez. Okay. Okay folks, I think that wraps up this video. Nothing too interesting here today, but we got some things done. I'm just going to finish up over there and get that finished piled up. But I really do appreciate you folks watching and your comments. It's greatly appreciated. Hopefully there'll be more exciting videos to come. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye now.
Yo, step up. Young dreamers in the classroom scene. Marriage the vibe, it's the ultimate dream. No handouts here, gotta earn that crown. Brains and hustle lift you up from the ground. Teachers dropping knowledge, setting standards high. Every test you ace, you're reaching for the sky. From the books to the board, let your talent ignite. In a world that's fair, yo, you're ready to fight. Grind and shine, yeah, rise to the top. Marriage the key and we ain't gonna stop. Work hard, dream big, let your future blaze. Young kings and queens set the world ablaze. From the block to the campus, every kid's got a shot. No matter where you're from, bring the skills you got. Math, science, art, or a mic in your hand. Meritocracy's calling, make your own plan. Sweat for the win, let your passion explode. Every step you take, you're paving your road. No clout, no shortcuts, just a fire in your soul. Young legends in the making, taking full control. Grind and shine, yeah, rise to the top. Merit's the key and we ain't gonna stop. Work hard, dream big, let your future blaze. Young kings and queens set the world ablaze. No ceilings, no limits, just an open stage. Turn the page, break the cage, let your heart engage. Every struggle's a lesson, every scar's a flex. Merit's the spark, what's coming up next? Future's in your hands, make it bold, make it loud. Stand tall, shine bright, make your people proud. Classrooms are fire where the real ones grow. Universities vibing where the big dreams flow. Your hustle's your ticket, you grind your past. Build a world that's fair, make the future last. Next gen's rising with the tools to succeed. Merit's the movement, planting victory seed. So grab that pen, that mic, that goal and run. The world's yours, kid, go get it, you're the one. Grind and shine, yeah, rise to the top. Merit's the key and we ain't gonna stop. Work hard, dream big, let your future blaze. Young kings and queens set the world ablaze. Yo, young squad, hear the call, stand tall. Merit's the game, man, we're winning it all. From the school to the stars, let your story unfold. Grind and shine, yo, the future's gold. I'm not here to say I've got it all right. I'm just sharing my days, my wrongs, my rights. Out here on the land where the sky's so free. You do you, and I'll do me. I'm no expert, just finding my way, learning something new every single day. What works for me might not work for thee. So you do you, and I'll do me. We're all different, can't you see? Your path, yours, and mine's for me. I'm just showing what I found to be. You do you, and I'll do me. I'll share my stories, my ups and downs, the hard-earned lessons, the joys I found. But take what fits, leave the rest to be. 'Cause you do you, and I'll do me. This life's a journey, no one's the same. No need for judgment, no need for blame. We're all just trying, imperfect and free. So you do you, and I'll do me. We're all different, can't you see? Your path's yours and mine's for me. I'm just showing what I've found to be. You do you, and I'll do me. Maybe you've got a better way, and that's okay, yeah, that's okay. I'm just here to lend my voice, but in the end it's your own choice. We're all different, can't you see? Your path's yours and mine's for me. I'm just showing what I've found to be. You do you, and I'll do me. So here's to the journey, for you and for me, finding our way as it's meant to be. No need to follow, no need to agree. Just you do you, and I'll do me. Down where the roots find their home, in the dark and loamy loam, there's a world beneath our feet, where life and earth do gently meet. Soil, oh soil, you give us life, nurturing seeds, ending strife, layers deep, horizons wide, in your arms the earth's pride. The old horizon rich and brown, with leaves and life all around, Topsoil's where the magic starts, a blend of life and mineral parts. Soil, oh soil, you give us life, nurturing seeds, ending strife, layers deep, horizons wide. In your arms, the earth's pride. Alluviation in the leeching life that we can't see. Be horizon gathers strength from minerals that sink at length. Subsoil's where the secrets hide, nutrients stored deep inside. He horizon's rocky bed where parent material is spread. Soil, oh soil, you give us life, nurturing seeds, ending strife, layers deep, horizons wide. In your arms, the earth's pride. Bedrock lies in silent, keep foundation strong, ancient deep. Through your layers, life sustains earth's great treasure in your veins. Soil, oh soil, you give us life, nurturing seeds, ending strife, layers deep, horizons wide. In your arms, the earth's pride. Oh soil, we honor you for all the wonders that you do in every garden.